Just a few more minutes while we go online. Okay, we're good. So giving it a minute, and I have a few. All right, so moving the focus on me, and now starting the recording, etc., and starting the live stream. So hello to everybody. Hello, Nalini, Suppi, and Mehul, and Pooja, Poonam, and Meghas, and Hina, Madhulika, Richa. So nice to see you all here. Hi, Shabnam. Hi, Ritu. Hi, Soumya. Hello, Preeti. Hi, Sandeep. Hi, everybody. Everybody that I haven't said yes to and people are still joining. Hi, Amit. Hi, Triveni. A very warm welcome to today's session. Once again, we are all going to be about journaling. So today, the topic is relationships. Relationships. So just last week, we were talking about healing a physical body. And so this week, the journaling, we've spoken about relationships, we talk about it and how to keep looking inwards and keep the finger within. However, these journaling sessions are to assist you into looking deeper, a little bit more deeper into the outside world, and to bring the finger back within, and not just bring the finger back within, but bring it within to change it to Meenal frequency. By now, you all understand the fun, the masti that happens in Meenal frequency. The frequency doesn't belong to me, it belongs to all of us. But I tune into it a lot more times, and these sessions are just a reminder for you to tune into it as many times. Tune into your masti frequency rather than tuning into your fear frequency. Tune into your masti frequency rather than tuning into your frustration frequency, etc., etc. And so that is why these sessions with journaling involved, to take you a little bit more deeper. So now give me a minute while I start off once again with the sharing. And oh dear God, just a second. I think YouTube has, or rather Zoom has changed some of its some of its options. And so tell me if this one is clear to you when I put it on. Okay. Are you able to read?
Yeah, Ma.
Are you able
But
to?
you are also there, and behind you there is the prisoners. So
Oh,
we
I'm
can see.
there in the front, is it?
Oh, Ma, that is good because we can see you and the PPT both.
Acha, is this good, is it? Okay, fine. All right. I can't figure it out. But are you sure you're able to see the PPT properly?
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
yes.
wonderful. All right. Okay, then. So we begin, and it says, Mani and Meenal, let's journal. Okay, everyone. So here we go. The topic today being relationships. Let's take the first look at mother, father, spouse, siblings, relatives, in-laws, and friends. Your relationships with some of these people. Just take a quick look as I read out these. Everybody, please be on silent. Yes, thank you. So as you look at these relationships, just at the first glance, is there something or someone that triggers you in these relationships? Right away, right off the back, if you just look at this, mother, father, spouse, siblings, brother, sister, cousins, relatives, in-laws, and friends. If there is a trigger, just simply underline that part. We will come to look at it closer. Just simply underline wherever you're finding some triggers, something that is not keeping you joyful looking at these. The next set, if you're working, then looking at your colleague, your supervisor, if you have bosses, a subordinate, if somebody reports into you, and of course, your clients. You know, for somebody who's teaching at school, the clients would be the little children. So your clients, your colleagues, your supervisor, your subordinates, whoever it is, if one of these is creating a trigger in you, then there you go. That's where you look into. And thirdly, of course, most importantly, of course, the self. So if you aren't happy about yourself, if you are creating triggers for you, then that is the relationship that you hold with you. And so looking at that relationship as well. These are the relationships we commonly have. If something is not falling into these relationships, however, it's a relationship that's triggering you, then please make a mental note of it and you will come back to it. Today, we will talk about just one of the relationships, or rather one of the triggers. If there are more than one triggers, then please keep doing the journaling over those relationships in great detail. Pick it up every day if that's what you're looking to resolve. Now, evaluate amongst all of these where all you have a generally good relationship, and secondly, where there is a trigger, where all you might be experiencing hurt or friction, some anger, some sadness. These are just examples of some feelings, but you would know where you are sitting. So where all you are experiencing, just simply evaluate, make a note of it. What is it that you're feeling? And where all, in which all relationships. Then, to understand what expectations are you harboring when you are experiencing the above emotions. This is the deeper work. If you are experiencing hurt, take a look at the expectations that you are harboring from that particular actor, that particular trigger. What expectations? From your subordinates at work, from your colleagues at work, what expectations are you harboring when you are experiencing the above emotions? So let us say a colleague is creating anger or frustration in you. Take a look into the expectations. What are your expectations from the colleague? You might have some expectations which you might call normal. But yes, everything in terms of expectations we call normal, because it's normal to have expectations. And therefore, because there are expectations, it is normal to experience hurt. It is normal to experience friction. And so, even though you might think that something is normal, take a look at expectations. No matter how basic they might seem, that if it's a colleague of yours, they're going to help you, support you in your work. If they're a colleague of yours, they're going to treat you with respect. It might be a very basic expectation. However, it's an expectation. When you're dealing with a family relative, a friend, again, expectations of companionship, expectations of provision, what they are going to provide to you and what you are going to provide to them. Expectations might seem very generic, very standard, very normal if you are in a relationship, any kind of a relationship. But again, expectations are where we are going to put our focus on, because it is these expectations, as we all know, When broken, that is what creates the hurt in us. So take a look at all the expectations, or at least as you're looking at a single actor today, the expectations that you are harboring as you are experiencing the above emotions. Moving on. When your expectations are not met, what emotions do you have? What emotions? It might be that for now, your expectations are being met. But if so, if your expectations are not met, then what emotions are you experiencing? Or what emotions would you experience if somebody's just started to become a trigger? If somebody just started to do things not as per your expectations, then go the whole go the whole way and think for yourself what emotions you would experience if and when those those expectations are not met. And then, as you consistently realize that the expectations are not met, if that happens, what would be the worst action that you might take? What would be the worst action that you might take? Let us say it is an expectation with a boss. What is the worst action that you might take when the boss is not fulfilling your expectations? What if it is a spouse, a sibling, whoever is the trigger that you have put down for yourself? Think in those terms as to what is the worst action that you might not have even thought about. You might be ignoring, but when really push might come to shove, what is the worst action that you might take? And as you think of the worst action that you might take, what emotion? Now pay attention to the emotion. When you think about taking this action, when you even think about it, what emotion is that action creating in you? Or rather, what emotion is the thought of that action creating in you? So again, as we figured with illness, with disease, that there are belief systems, not just our frequencies, but the frequencies themselves are formed many a times from the belief systems that we have, the expectations that we have about a particular topic. So last time we had explored a number of belief systems that we might have in terms of disease. Today, we will go ahead and explore what kind of belief systems we might have with respect to some relationships. So, exploring the root cause of your expectations, going into some beliefs, and these might not be all encompassing, but I will point out some beliefs to you so the next time when you are able to pinpoint your expectation, take a look if there is a belief system about a relationship. This relationship is supposed to be like that. Brothers and sisters are supposed to be friendly. Brothers and sisters are supposed to get along. Everybody in the family is one cohesive unit. They have to be a cohesive unit. So these are some kind of beliefs, going into it a little bit more. Firstly, thinking of a relationship that you wish to heal. If you've already picked up one of the triggers, and that is the main important trigger, let's go ahead with that itself. Now, looking into the beliefs. This kind of relationship, whether it's a mother, father, spouse, sibling, supervisor, boss, it is my responsibility. It is my responsibility. If I don't, who will? If this is engaged in your belief system, take a look at it and simply, put a tick mark next to it. This belief system, that this is my responsibility, comes from a lot of doership. If I don't, who will? Comes from doership. And doership makes you think of yourself as the only one who can do something and others as somebody lower than you. They won't be able to do, they are incapable of doing, or simply sometimes, this is my role, it is assigned to me. Then you are too caught up in the role. You are attached to the role. I am the child. I am the only child. I need to. If I don't, who will? Another one, it is their responsibility. If they don't, who will? Mostly when we look at parents and we have expectations from them that they are supposed to behave in a certain way. Our expectation is rooted in an idea, a perfect idea of what a mother or a father should look like. A spouse, what a perfect spouse should look like. What our friends should look like. What a perfect organization to work in should look like. And then at the end of it all, what I should look like. When in dealing with somebody or the other, whether it's my social circle, it's my family circle, it's my work circle, what should I behave like? What should I look like? So their responsibility and my responsibility. When it's my responsibility coming from a lot of doership, and when it is their responsibility, here is where pure expectations of perfection, an idea of perfection, and that is in your belief system. As you look outside, you pick up some pieces from each other. From everything that you look at on the outside, you look at something that is going to give you an idea of perfection. And as you get attached to this idea of perfection, when this perfection is broken, what will you be experiencing? Hurt. What will you be experiencing? Sadness. And so this particular program of an idea of perfection as to what their responsibility is and how they should fulfill their responsibility. Life is all about compromise, or life is not fair. If you are holding this belief system that life is all about compromise, compromise means giving up joy, and then doing something for the other. Doing something for the other, which is not giving me joy, can only create separation. It will not create joy. When you compromise, the whole idea is to give up something, to know that you cannot get it, and to be looking at the other because it is for somebody else that you would be sacrificing, compromising. The second part of it, life is not fair. In whatever life has dealt to you, parents, spouses, whoever, at work, when you look around at your colleagues and what they are getting, your bosses, what you think you deserve. And in that space, life is not fair. The emotion behind this would be frustration. And this is a completely non-serving program. Because actually, if you look at it, nowhere does it say that life is going to be fair. This is again an idea that you cultivate so that you can experience frustration, injustice. There is no way that life is fair, because if it was, then the one who works hardest would be making the maximum money. And that might be the rickshaw puller, the one who spends 16 hours really doing hard work, somebody who's constantly your helps. Are they making more than you? No. Are they working more than you? Yes. Is life fair to them? No. It's always as per your energy, as per your experience. So as you look at this line, are you saying this to yourself anytime life is not fair? Then that is a belief system that is going to let you into a lot of hurt. Take a look at it. The give and take in every relationship, which is reciprocity. So if I give love to someone, that someone should be giving love back to me. If I do something for someone, they should be acknowledging, if not doing exactly the same or more for me, but at least they should be acknowledging that, being thankful for that. There is a give and take in every relationship. This is such a common belief system. And so when we give, now we begin to expect the take. We give, and then we begin to expect the take, and the transaction starts to happen right here. Except that the transaction is not about I give and you give. At some parts it might be. However, I give and then you don't give is also a transaction. I give from joy and then I receive hurt from you. It's a transaction, all right. This is where the two feelings are happening differently, but only as per your energy field. We all know about the energy field. We'll get into it just in a bit. However, whatever your frequencies are holding, you can only take as per that. And so if there is a lot of hurt that you are holding, then you will be taking a lot of hurt from the outside. Reciprocity is not equal. Reciprocity is I give something as per your energy and I receive something as per my energy. But if you are thinking that there is a give and take in every relationship, you might find yourself shortchanged if you're expecting that which you are giving. You're giving love and not receiving love. That's your energy field. You're giving commitment that, okay, this is as per the society norm, and I commit to having only you to love and no one else. Or seeking that commitment from someone else. You only have me to love and no one else. Love. That part of the self, if it hasn't given love to itself, it cannot receive. And so holding this expectation of commitment from someone on the outside, again, the idea of perfection, which is going to lead you into a lot of hurt. Perfection is simply as per the energy you hold. An idea of perfection will give you so much hurt. heard the frequency that exists in your energy field. Sacrifice. We've already dealt with sacrifice in a very large way. However, if you've given up something for another, the idea of separation is the only one that rules this particular belief system. As a mother, I am meant to sacrifice for my children. As a spouse, I'm meant to sacrifice for my family. Well, if you are looking into the word sacrifice as doing for the other, you will notice that many a times the joy diminishes as you keep sacrificing. At the first, it might be that you are feeling a lot of joy in doing something for the other. But when that action is repeated again and again, because it's for the other, you are going to find it to be diminishing. And so, diminishing joy at the word sacrifice, take a look at your belief system of sacrifices. For the self, if you're sitting with this idea of, I do not deserve love. I do not deserve love. Many of you sit and beat yourself up in so many different ways that you close the windows, the doors, any slightest of openings for receiving love. Love can only be received when you love your own self unconditionally. Not for what you've done to others, not for what you want to do for others, not how the world holds you. No, how you hold yourself without judgment. And so, if you are sitting in so many judgments of the self, of how bad you are, how incompetent, how unworthy you are, then you are sitting with this program of, I do not deserve love. There cannot be a more unserving program than this. Please release. They don't deserve love. When you look outside at somebody, and then let us say you've done a lot of sacrifices for someone, and now you come to this place of resentment saying, I've given them so much, and now I cannot give any more. This place of resentment, as they say, there's a very thin line between love and hate. They don't deserve love comes from two separation, comes from doing something for another that didn't quite pan out well. But when you were doing something for another, you were simply building expectations that they will do for you. That expectation that they will do for you cannot hold true if your energy field does not hold love for yourself. Cannot hold true. So they cannot give to you what you haven't given to yourself. So it comes back to you not giving love to yourself. You saying to yourself, I do not deserve love. Another one, that my spouse or my parent has to, they have to. They cannot not give me love because it's the social norm. I have a paper to prove it. I have a paper to say that you are married to me or that you gave birth to me. You have to give love to me. And you have to give unconditional love to me. You have to love me as I am. Oh, well, we've spoken again and again about it. If you don't love yourself as you are, nobody else can. Nobody else is bound by a paper, but everyone, every single one is bound by your energy. What role are you going to give to them? That's your energy. Nobody else, nothing else, not a piece of paper, not society can put anyone in a place to give you love. Look, has to be you to yourself, and then from your reflections to you. So we've looked at quite a few belief systems, and now to address them, if you have recognized some beliefs that are creating expectations, pick one and frame it in a sentence, starting with my belief that my family has to give me unconditional love, or whatever it is that has resonated with you in those belief systems, those non serving belief systems. All of those beliefs that are causing some expectations for you. So now to recognize that these are just your expectations of a perfect world, a perfect family, a perfect workplace. There is no reason they should be met. They are a figment of your imagination. You have imagined what a perfect workplace should look like. You have imagined what a perfect family should look like. That imagine of yours, when broken, is going to give you hurt. That imagination of yours, when broken, is going to put you into rejection, into resentment. So, at this point, are you able to release your expectation? Or would you like to experience some hurt, some rejection, some resentment? If you are ready to release your expectation, then here we go. I am the vessel holding these expectations. I am the creator of these expectations. I created them. My energy, the large I, created these expectations to experience the emotion, the frequency of whatever it is that you experience the most: sadness, hurt, frustration. I am the vessel holding these expectations. I know that I have the choices of frequencies, and now in this moment, I choose Meenal frequency. I am so ready to let go of my old frequencies, my sadness, my hurt, my anger, my resentment. And I'm so excited to fully embrace the healing that is already available to me in Meenal's frequency. I know that I have the power to heal myself in this frequency. I know that I am Meenal. For a minute, meditate on the picture that you see. The picture that you see, the picture that is all about power, masti, equanimity, joy. I am Meenal. I am this Devi, the Devi that you see, the one that holds so much power, the protection that it holds. And then the picture of Meenal, the one that is giving the power to the Devi, the power of knowing that I am the frequency with the healing. I have the power to heal. I own that power to heal. I am Meenal. And now time to let go of some of the frequencies, some emotions. Take a look. What all you have felt, what all you have written. There might be guilt when you are not able to put forth all that you think is perfection in a relationship. There might be lack when you are not able to receive. Resentment, shame, anger, hurt, mistrust of the other, rejection from the other, helplessness. Whatever are your emotions, your frequencies, whatever frequencies you are holding apart from these or these, take a look at them and be ready in this moment to let go. Firstly, to allow and accept that these are just frequencies. They are just frequencies. Each of them is just a frequency. And in this moment, replace the frequency with faith. Cut out that which you are feeling. Cut that out. And replace with faith. Faith, another frequency, but the frequency that holds healing. Faith in whom? Faith in your divinity. Faith in your divine frequency. Faith in yourself. And if you are feeling that, no, I'm not divine, can you just please keep quiet in the middle of all of this? Please stay silent. Please make sure that you are on silent. So replace every emotion with faith. Wherever you are feeling the resistance, that I am not divine, I don't hold these frequencies of healing. Ask yourself, but why not? Why not? Because in this moment, you are sitting in the frequency of Meenal. In the frequency of Meenal, all healing already exists. You are tapping into that frequency. So why not? Why can't you just shift from one frequency to another? After all, it's just a frequency. It's just a frequency. I am Meenal. The universe planned this scenario for me to help me recognize my power as a creator. I am Meenal. The universe is playing in my favor. I am Meenal. I am Meenal. I am Meenal. Taking in from that frequency the masti, the equanimity. Close your eyes. Feel the frequency. Look at the picture on the left. Look at the laughter. Look at the guided frequency right next to it as you look at the butterfly. Meditate on the butterfly. I am Meenal. I am Mani. I am Meenal. I am Mani. Ah, just a minute. It stopped working. Okay. And the next one, replace. Replace judgments. You will be able to see on the previous page where we looked out and looked at some of the judgments that you put on yourself and on others. The idea of perfection is the judgment that you put on others and on yourself. And so, replace your judgments with acceptance of yourself as you are. Replace the judgments with acceptance of the other as they are. Each time they are in a relationship with you, they are simply a mirror to you. So your judgment of them, completely invalid. Your judgment is all the time only on yourself. And so, if you have to judge yourself, then the only place to judge yourself from is from complete acceptance of who you are as you are. I am Meenal. In this frequency, sitting in this frequency, I am awesome. I am Meenal. I am amazing. I am Meenal. I love life and I am thrilled, totally thrilled to be receiving this powerful frequency from the universe. I am Meenal. As you replace your judgments, feel the emotion of being Meenal. How would the emotion feel? How does it look like to be Meenal? You know it. You've experienced it. You have seen a Meenal in action. So in this moment, simply close your eyes and take in with this breath of yours the frequency of Meenal. Feel it, experience it. Feel it in your heart, experience it in your body. Bring a smile to your face because that is what the frequency of Meenal feels like. If you can't bring a smile to your face, then simply take a look at the frequency that you are choosing right now. If you are choosing hurt, if you are choosing mistrust, if you are choosing rejection, you are choosing in this moment to grow more of that. Would you rather choose to grow joy? Would you rather choose to grow masti? Would you rather be in equanimity? Then in this moment, choose the frequency of Meenal. And what would Meenal do? Ask, what would Meenal do in my situation? What would Meenal ask? What would she say? And you will most likely get the answer that she will laugh. And so, in this moment, tuning into the frequency of laughter, tuning into the frequency of joyfulness, being there in this moment, feeling it in your heart, what would Meenal do? Replacing whatever frequency you have right now in this moment into Meenal frequency. Letting go of everything else and just signing into this frequency of masti, this joyfulness, the frequency of love. I love myself. I am so amazing. I am so awesome. I am Meenal. I take energy from Meenal in this moment. I am Meenal. Feeling the power of this beautiful, amazing frequency that holds so much healing. That healing is ready to come to you, to flow to you in this moment. Simply be in the frequency and receive. Put your hands out there, palms out there, ready to receive. Let this beautiful, beautiful moment capture the joyfulness, the masti, the surrender, the complete faith that you have in yourself. Be in this frequency fully, totally. No place for doubt, no place for confusion. I am Meenal. Open up your palms and receive this beautiful energy that wants to come to you right now. Bringing all the fingers within you, taking in all the powerfulness of being you, the creator. It is me that is being shown to me in every mirror. I let go of my judgments. I let go of all my frequencies that keep me heavy. In this moment, I take energy from money. I take energy from Meena. I am divine. I allow myself to experience my own divinity. Sit in this beautiful energy. As long as you can, be in this energy. When another frequency comes in, remind yourself, do I want to create more of hurt? Or do I want to just create some masti? Every moment, every aware moment, be in the frequency. Feel the frequency. Don't just say, I'm Meenal. Spend a moment knowing what Meenal would do, knowing that she would laugh, knowing that she would smile, knowing that she would love. Open your heart and be in that frequency. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots of love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for joining. So beautiful, so amazing,
Thank you, Pixie.
so powerful. Enjoy,
Thank you, Ma.
rejoice
Thank you,
every
Ma.
moment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you so much,
everybody.
Ma.
Lots and lots
Thank
of
you,
love to
Meenal.
all of
Thank
you.